We're back. We've arrived at a rather breezy and sunny Chesil beach on a late June evening, just past 6 o'clock, and Chris and I have resisted the temptation to come down too early to fish today because of the conditions, and it's very easy to get all enthusiastic and arrive at midday when it's like this because of the excitement of fishing Chesil. You just want to get there, but really very often not a lot happens when it's like this. But we work on the mantra 3Ds really, which is dusk, darkness and dawn, and that's your best chance really of catching fish at this time of year. Well, any time of year on Chesil really. So although it's only 6 o'clock, I wouldn't expect to see much action for the next couple of hours. But it's a lovely day, the wind's going to drop later. We've got an 8 o'clock high tide, quite a big tide today. We've come down with our usual baits, rag, lurg and squid, hoping to catch some mackerel to use as bait for some bass later on at night. I've got some size 3 Varavas saltwater champions, pedal rigged, and it looks lovely. Hoping of course for perhaps smooth hand, maybe an early bream, maybe some bass. I'm sure we'll catch some dogfish and eels. So we've done the long walk, very tiring, but it is worth putting the yards in sometimes on Chesil to get away from the crowds. Definitely deeper water down this part of Chesil. We're about a 45-minute walk east of Abbotsbury. So, the baits are in. We'll be checking the baits regularly because of the spiders. It's worth, rebaiting regularly, keeping a fresh bait on there. So we'll see how we get on. Hope you enjoy the video, guys. Cheers. Well, I've been fishing for about half an hour so far. Nothing to show for our efforts. The spider crabs are out in force, stripping the baits, but that's to be expected. Just been joined by a fellow angler down here called John, who's come all the way from Westbury in Wiltshire. He said he might turn up. He looks slightly the worse for wear after the walk, but he's okay. Let's hope he can catch today. Chris is trying to feather for some mackerel, which would be nice. Just want that sun to get off the water, and our hopes will increase. Well, as you can see, the sun's finally left the water. It's been a very, very slow afternoon. We've had a few mackerel, but they've been scarce as well. But the wind's going. I have to say it looks lovely at the moment. Let's get this one out. There we go. And now's the time I would expect us to start seeing some bites. Still sticking with the same tactics. I just don't think there've been any fish close in at all this afternoon in that bright sunshine. Come. Well, there you go, guys. First fish of the evening, and of course it's a dogfish. Just as it's getting dark. Let's hope we're not plagued by those tonight. You can see the sun's just setting now. hopefully we'll get some good action this evening and into the night. Anyway, not a blank. Next fish, a rather fat pouting. He's got to be well over half a pound. A sign of better things to come, I hope. I know it's probably a pretty grainy video, guys, but look at that moon there over Portland and Weymouth. Bright orange. Isn't that fantastic? Beautiful. Dogfish number 2. And no, it's not the same one, I promise you. And that is what a cuttlefish does to a bait. You can usually tell it's a cuttlefish when they take a chunk out of the back of the head. Lovely.
Or an eel.
One of the two.
That was more eely.
You are the expert eel catcher.
I am. Eel king. Not anything special.
No?
No. It's something.
What do we have? Cool. let me just have a look at that. That has been absolutely mangled. I don't know what the heck has got hold of that.
Oh dear.
Do you think he'll go back?
Do you think he'll go back? Oh,
blimey. Look at that, John.
Yeah, like that.
Well, I had one with a
Cuttle,
a cuttlefish, we think. Yeah. Yeah. Not a lot left of that, is there?
Yeah.
Next, a little strap conger. There's fish out there, but not necessarily the ones you want to catch, unfortunately.
Love that one. Oh, I hate that bloody thing.
You're trying to herd it. What can I say? Really quiet. Dreadful. That's Chesil for you, unfortunately, mate, isn't it? You just don't know what you're going to get. Oh dear. It can be soul destroying at times, can't it? Looks a perfect morning for... Oh. This looks lovely. And no mackerel at all, that's really surprising. The trouble is you've got the walk back as well to look forward to. Oh God. About 5:30 in the morning, and I'm just trying for some mackerel to take home for tea tonight. Without much success, I have to add. I've only had one. And we had a reasonable night. All three of us have caught what I call the usual suspects: dogfish, strap congers, pout. And John this morning has just had a small gurnard. So well done to him, because that's the only fish on bottom baits this morning since it got light. And yesterday evening we did manage a few mackerel and a scad, and we fished the mackerel heads close in as we normally do during the night, and they've come back untouched. So Chesil is particularly quiet at the moment. Can't really fathom a reason for that, but there's been no whitebait activity, and that always brings the beach to life. So all in all, a bit of a doer session really, but it won't deter us from returning in the near future for another visit. So thanks very much for watching. Sorry the video wasn't full of fish catching action, but that's just the way it goes sometimes. You just got to take the rough with the smooth. Thanks very much for watching, and I hope to see you again in the near future. Cheers everyone.